Dinkum. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. G'day. Get ready to start a new fair Dinkum life. Then build your own habitat in the bush. Mac, that's an awful. That sounds... I don't even know what the hell that is. Just read the words. Explore tropical eucalyptus forests, scorching deserts, and cool billabongs on an island inspired by the wild Australian outback. Take care of giant wombats, play with friends, and get ready for a ripper time, mate. Anyway, guys, what I can say is I can't do an Australian accent, but this game, guys, it's fun, and it looks like a kid's game. But it's fun. I'm having a blast playing this game. It is so well done. You start off with the usual shit with this kind of stuff. Nothing. You land on this island that's procedurally generated, and you are given a tent. So you do have something. It's your base camp. You put that down, and this old annoying woman lives there, and she keeps... Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we were talking about old women that are horrible. No, not all old women, just the old woman. Look, she's not horrible. She's a nice old... You're a bastard. Okay, there's an old woman who lives in a tent. An old woman lives in a tent, and she gives you deeds, guys, and licenses. You need a license for everything. It's like 2022. Have you got a license for that fucking joke? You have to have a license to mine, to chop down a tree, to use a pickaxe, to catch a butterfly. You need a license for everything, or the Gestapo will come round for them. You just need a license, guys. And you also need deeds, which is fair enough. Deeds in order to build things. And this woman gives you all of these things. You will go to her and ask for a deed, and she will give you a deed. Unfortunately, she only has one deed at the beginning, and it's John's shop. Now, John's a prick. Oh, John is the biggest prick in the world, because this guy... You can just rip him off left, right and centre. I sold him an egg that was out the back of his shop for $95,000. Dingo dollars, that is, guys. Catch a butterfly? Oh, I'll give you $1,000 for that. Well, they're just outside your house, mate. Go and catch one yourself. He's a prick, completely. But then he gets you back by selling you a barbecue for $34,000, a fucking pickaxe for $1,000, and many other extortionate items. And because he's the only one that sells them, you're going to buy them. Now, you'll also get other people visiting your island, and when they visit, they'll have good, cool things, but not many of them. For example, the horticultural person only has like a couple of bits of seed in a hoe, but if you can persuade them to stay on the island by doing little jobs for them, they will set up a shop, and then you can go and see the old woman that everybody hates. She'll give you a deed, and you can then start building their shop. Now, it's your island, so you have to build all the shops, apparently. I don't know how that works, but you have to buy their shops and pay for them and get all the materials and all of the rest of it. And that's the kind of the progression loop of this game. Explore the island, collect materials, win over the friendship of people, build them a place to come. They will then bring all their wares, which allows you to expand even more into all kinds of horticultural, growing, farming stuff. You can buy furniture. You can set up a mine and go underground where the nasty bastards live. There's bats, wombats. There's these fire-breathing things down there, but there's lots and lots of ores. And some of them are really valuable, so you want to be getting down there. Oh, and you need a mine permit for $25,000 just to go down the mine, and that's every time you go down the mine. But usually you can make, a couple of $100,000 just on a basic trip. It is exciting down there because we were just being so greedy. We were getting everything. We thought we were well equipped, but what we didn't realise was that after about 8 hours down there, you guys want to go to sleep, and suddenly your stamina and health bars shrink, and we were just on a mad sort of run to get out of there. We were getting lost, and it was quite exciting and really good fun. The game itself is very slow to start off, whether you're playing single player or co-op. It's very slow and mundane and grindy for the first hour or so, maybe even 2 hours. But after that, once you get a good bit of stuff coming in and you get to know the game as well, it then opens up and becomes really good fun. It doesn't so much feel like work. It's more like sense of accomplishments as you're watching this basic bit of dirt that you have a tent on growing, where you're getting paths down. You see your first crops planted. You get your house built. When your first house, you can upgrade it even more and more to get nicer stuff. And I would say that one of the good things about this game is once you like the curve, if you like, of the progression curve, it has tons and tons of hours worth of gaming here. Considering the game's like £15 to buy, you're going to get hours. I mean, I've played it for 16.3 hours I've played it for. And I mean, it was my first ever playthrough, so I had to learn how to play it, which took a while. So I haven't built a lot, but I'm nowhere near. No, I'm not even close. I haven't built boats, jet skis. I haven't built tractors. I haven't got lots of the technology going that you can get. There's tons of stuff that you can build and explore and use on the island. There's even fast travel on there if you want it. So there's a lot to do. There's metal detecting, which gets you a lot of money. In fact, here's a top tip, guys, if you are buying this game. Catch a few butterflies early on and then strive to get the metal detector license and buy a metal detector. That is a license to print money. You can get like 50 grand in 10 minutes with a metal detector, no problem at all. So, top tip there from Mac. A quick word on the AI. It's awful. The AI is absolutely terrible. If you're playing solo, it'll be a hell of a lot harder than if you're playing co-op, because in co-op, whoever attacks or pulls the predator first, and there's all kinds of predators. There's Tasmanian devils, crocodiles, there's the bats, and so on and so forth. That AI will chase that player, so the other player can just run around stabbing it, whilst the croc or whatever it is does nothing about it. So it's broken, completely broken in co-op. In single player, it's a different story. The beast, whatever it is, will telegraph with exclamation marks that it's about to attack. You hit it and then you got to get out of the way. It's not hard, but it's a lot harder than it is in co-op, and it does need addressing, but it's early access. I'm sure it will be addressed. Speaking of co-op, only the owner of the game, whoever hosts the game, he's the owner of the island, can actually buy, I think, the deeds and sort of animals to put in the various places around the town. The person who joins the game, they can't do that. They can purchase licenses, they can craft things, they can coop things. In fact, they can even purchase crafting benches and place all of them down. They can have their own stash. They can take whatever they get from the multiplayer game back to their single player game as well. So it's not ideal where you're both working on the same town in that sense, but it is still very, very playable and way more fun in co-op than it is in single player. One last thing I should point out if you do buy this game is the control method. Default control method is absolutely atrocious. You have to control the camera with the middle mouse button, and it was just unplayable completely for me. We went into the options and had a look, and it was so easy to fix. I can't believe that they haven't done this. The game will control like any other third-person game if you click two things: invert Y and enable mouse to control the camera. Then it just becomes like every other game you've ever played. But for some insane reason, the game is set up to play as awkwardly and awful as possible. So be sure to go in these options and check it if you're playing with a mouse and keyboard. So there you go, guys. It's a very satisfying, relaxing, entertaining, chillax game. Just chill the hell out of this mad world we live in by creating an even madder world where you have luminous crocodiles, fire-breathing creatures, and an old woman that'll sell you her soul for a dingo dollar.